What's up, traders? So today I'm going to show you a few reasons why I may be more bullish on SOFI now than I ever was before. And then I'll show you how I plan on trading it now that the stock price has ran up a lot. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Rashad. I am a full-time options trader, and I bring in multiple six figures a year from the stock market, and I use the money that I make from the stock market in order to pay for my entire lifestyle. Now, if you could do me a huge favor, just go ahead and press that like button. That just helps push this video out to more people. And do remember that I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. All trading comes with risk. I'm just showing you how I've built wealth over time. Now, of course, before we begin, I have to shout out a few members of the Trader Freedom community who are absolutely killing it. So we can see this member here says, "Thanks, Rashad, for everything you do. Have been in the community for a couple of months now. I made a total profit of $14,475.66 in the month of June just from option trades." And so this is beyond amazing. They're literally using the stock market as their personal money printer. And you can see they showed the screenshot right here. So shout out to you for doing almost $15,000 in a single month. All right, and then we have Paul here. He posted a screenshot of all of his green trades currently. And so we can see that he is doing amazingly well as well. So shout out to you, Paul. And then lastly, I want to give a huge shout out to Daryl. He says, "This is my second month in the group and I've been taking it slow, watching the modules and selling cash secured puts based on Rashad's suggestions. This week I ventured into credit spreads and it has been a great week. My goal was to make $2,000 this week and I made a little over $2,200. Thankful to be part of this community. Hope everyone enjoys their 4th. So amazing job, Daryl. That's just a few of the members who are doing amazing things within the community. But if you're interested in joining the Trader Freedom community, the link is in the description below. But with that, let's get down to business. All right, so here we are at SOFI stock, and we can see that the stock has literally just gone straight up for the last few months. And we have absolutely taken advantage of that and made money all along the way. We can see it literally went from a low of $8.60 on April 7th, and now it touched $20 intraday just today. So it is up nearly 150% in just the last few months. So with it being up so much recently, what will make me even more bullish on the company? Well, let's take a look. So we can see with this article from Barron's, it says SOFI stock is rising, private markets push and Trump tax bill gives shares a boost. All right, so this article is discussing two things that just happened very, very recently. And let's discuss firstly the private markets. So SOFI is now going to start allowing people to invest in companies that are not publicly traded. And this can often be a great way to get into a great investment prior to everyone else. So think of it like getting into great companies like SpaceX or companies like OpenAI who are responsible for ChatGPT prior to them becoming a publicly traded company. And SOFI plans on making that possible for the everyday consumer. And that is major because typically regular people like you and I don't have access to private markets. But SOFI wants to change that. And so that is the first thing, and that is huge. But now let's talk about the Trump tax bill. There is news of a new Trump-backed student loan bill that would cap the amount of money that a student loan borrower could receive from the federal government. And so the thought is that that will push a lot more borrowers to the private market when it comes to student loans, and they would have to go to companies like a SOFI. And one thing for sure is SOFI is going to let you know that they deal with student loans. I mean, I can't count how many envelopes with SOFI's name on it that I receive every single month telling me that they will refinance my student loans. And really, I need to look at their last earnings report because I want to see, do they break down their advertising costs? Because I want to know how much they spend sending out what seems like millions of letters every single month. But that's neither here nor there. Now, I do believe that the advertising is effective because when I think of refinancing a student loan, I think of SOFI. And quite honestly, I can't think of any other company that specializes specifically on that thing. But if there becomes a cap on federal student loans given out, then I could see this being big business for SOFI. And the third reason that I'm becoming even more bullish on it is this reason here. So SOFI plans to return to crypto with blockchain initiative. Bitcoin trading is coming. All right, so previously they kind of got away from cryptocurrency, but now they're getting back into it. Obviously, because the current administration is so bullish on cryptocurrency. And so that will be a huge factor in additional revenue and additional profits moving forward. And so, of course, as you know, I am an options trader. So I definitely want to utilize options in order to make money off of this stock moving forward, as we have done over the last year. Now, we have a few more data points to look at prior to placing any trade, but I'm going to do all of that within Mumu. Now, if you're not familiar with Mumu, Mumu is a brokerage firm that I've been using more and more lately. And a few reasons why I love them so much is one, as an options trader, their fees are much lower than pretty much everybody else. And when it comes to building wealth, it's not about what you make, it's about what you keep. So we can see things like their index options contract fees are currently 50 cents, which is much less than most of the other big name companies. And then on top of that, they're currently paying an 8.1% APY on your idle funds. So the money that you just have sitting in your account will be earning money as well. And then anybody who signs up for an account using the link below in the description, once you put money into your account, you are eligible for up to 60 free stocks. All right, and to me, that's kind of worth just setting up an account just to do that alone. But on top of that, you get all those other benefits. And so definitely utilize that. The link is below in the description. But let's head on over to the platform so we can look at the data we need to look at in order to place our trade. All right, so now I have the Moomoo desktop app pulled up. And you can see that if you come over to the options tab, they give you a ton of data specifically for options. All right, so you can see unusual activity here. And so this tab can show you when there's a lot more volume for a specific stock and a specific strike price than there typically is. And oftentimes that could be a sign of a big move coming soon. And then they have things like this top 0 DTE options. And within the Trader Freedom community, we also do 0 DTE options for our day traders. And then we also have longer term trades for our people who are much more busy. But for our day traders, this is a great tool to use. You can come over here and see what everybody else is trading all on one single dashboard. But let's go ahead and take a look at SOFI. So we can see that SOFI shot up today and it came right back down. Now, the reason for that is whole numbers. Anytime a stock reaches a whole number, like a multiple of 10, a multiple of 50, a multiple of 100, or even a multiple of 1,000, you'll always tend to see a level of support or resistance there. And so SOFI reached above $20 today, went all the way up to $20.89. And then you can see it immediately started selling off. And that's just a human psychology factor. Those are price points that people have already predetermined in their head, like, oh, when SOFI hits $20, I'm gonna go ahead and sell. And so with those whole numbers, you often see a very strong form of support or resistance. All right, so for SOFI to go and stay above $20, it's gonna need a good amount of buying power. However, it's just a matter of time until that occurs. Now with this stock, because it's doing so many amazing things, and it's going to continue growing, and it's already priced at a price point fundamentally that is not bad at all, I am fine with owning the shares. And so what I want to do is I want to do the will strategy. And the will strategy is when you sell a put to buy shares at a cheaper price and you get paid for it, and then you sell covered calls in order to sell a stock that you already own at a higher price and you get paid for it. So quite simply, when you want to do a will strategy, the first thing you want to do is you want to sell a put. When you sell a put, you are just agreeing to buy shares at a cheaper price. And so the example of that is if ABC stock is $100 currently, then I could come in and I could sell a put at $90. And all I'm doing is I am agreeing to buy the shares of the company if the stock price were to crash down below the amount that I set. And if ABC stock stayed above $90, then I just keep the money I was paid and I go about my day. However, if ABC stock were to go below the $90 that we set, then I still keep the money I was paid. However, now I am forced to buy the shares of the company. And the cheat code here is to only do this strategy on companies that you would actually not mind owning. Now that's the cheat code, to only do this on stocks that you wouldn't mind owning. Otherwise, it could be seen more like gambling. But when you do it in this way, it causes you not to have any stress at all, because it's either one, I get paid just to wait around, or two, I get paid to wait around and buy a stock that I really like at a cheaper price than what it was selling for when I first looked at it. All right, so that is selling puts and you'll get paid for that. And then once you get assigned, AKA once you have to buy the shares, you can do what's called a covered call. And the covered call is just you agreeing to sell those shares that you already own now at whatever price that you set. And then again, for doing so, you would get paid money up front. Okay, and let's say for that example that I just used, we had ABC stock that we bought at $90 because it went down. Well, now let's say we turn around and sold a covered call right at $90 and ABC stock went above $90. Well, now we got paid to sell the covered call, and now we are forced to sell our shares at $90. And now you've wiped your hands clean and you are back at step one and you can go ahead and sell a put. But that is why it's called the will strategy, because you could just keep going in that circle over and over again. All right, but with the will strategy, the first step is to sell a put. So let's head back to Mumu now. So the first data point that I want to look at are the Bollinger Bands. So the Bollinger Bands are these white lines here, but the Bollinger Bands just aim to show you the price range that a stock is expected to trade within. And normally what I would do is try to sell a put underneath some level of support. So underneath either this middle white line or underneath this line here. However, if we take a look, I believe if you look right here, that SOFI may be starting to create a support level right at this $18 mark. And so because I'm very bullish on this stock, I may just want to keep this $18 mark in mind. However, let's move on to the next data point. And so the next thing that I want to look at is what is the expected move for this stock? Now, the first thing we need to do in order to determine that is to select what expiration date we want to use. And so typically I will go up to 45 days out. Now that doesn't mean I use 45 days all the time. We can use 38, 31, 24, 17, 10. I just go up to a maximum of 45 days out. But looking at this options chain here, we can see that they have earnings on July 29th. And oftentimes I may steer clear of earnings releases. However, because I am absolutely fine with being assigned the shares of this company, I'm going to go out to the week of their earnings and select this August 1st expiration date that is 24 days out from now. All right, so I will go ahead and click that. And if we come all the way over here, we can see the expected move is plus or minus $2.89. And if we subtracted that from SoFi's current stock price, then that will put us somewhere around the $17 range. And so that is good to know. And with expected moves, they are really good when it comes to using it around earnings time. And so because of that, I'm going to go ahead and use that $17 strike. All right, so if we come down to the $17 strike, we can see we'll be paid anywhere between $47 to $50 per contract for opening up this trade, and it's currently at a delta of 0.19. And once I know that, I can go ahead and hit this bid price. And from here, you just need to select however many contracts you want to do. And that is totally up to your account size and how much you're willing to risk on the trade. And just for example purposes, let's say I plan on doing about 10 contracts on this trade here. And for doing so, I will get paid about $490 right here, right now. Now, do remember that you can always dollar cost average into a trade, especially when it comes to contract sizes. So there's nothing wrong with doing one contract at a time. Maybe you do a contract today and then you do another contract tomorrow, then another contract the day after that. But you can absolutely spread it out over time. Now, do remember that every contract is you agreeing to possibly buy 100 shares of that stock if the stock price were to drop below your strike price by the expiration date. So at the $17 strike price, you are agreeing to buy 100 shares at $17, which will be $1,700 per contract. So you would just need to make sure that your account can handle something like that. All right, but if we go ahead and look at the profit and loss chart, we can come up here and just select curve. We can see if we look at that green number there at the top, that upon expiration, we'll make about $480 from this trade if the stock price goes up, if the stock price stays the same, and even if it goes down some. However, if it starts to go down below the $17 mark that we set, then we'll start to make less and less and less money, and it looks like our break even is right at $16.52. And now, if the stock price were to continue to go down, then the contracts would be worth less and less. However, in this case, if you really traded it how you're supposed to, then you do not care because you were fine with being assigned the shares of a stock that you really, really like at the price that you personally set. Okay, and I say this all the time. I don't care after I've entered into a put selling trade. I don't care if the stock price goes up. I don't care if the stock price stays the same. I don't care if the stock price goes down. I sleep like a baby either way because I only do this on companies that I would really, really like to own. And that is the power of selling puts, is you quite literally get paid just to wait around and to possibly buy a stock on sale. Now, the put selling side is just the beginning of it. The fun really starts once you get assigned the shares, because once you get assigned the shares, you can turn around and sell covered calls, and now you can be as aggressive as you would like. And let me show you what I mean. All right, so now we're back in the options chain, and now I need to come over to the call side. And now that the stock is currently $19.74 as we speak, let's assume that we were assigned the shares, let's say at $21. So we had sold puts at $21, the stock price went down, and then we were assigned the shares right at $21. Well, what I could do is I could turn around and sell a covered call right at my cost basis, which would be $21. And for me personally, I like the more guaranteed money aspect of covered calls, and there's no wrong way to do it. Some people like to set their covered call strikes a lot higher in hopes that the stock price goes up and they also get the capital appreciation. But I personally don't care about that because I know that I can always buy shares of the company at any given point, and I can also sell very aggressive put sales in order to acquire the company again. So missing out on the capital appreciation of it doesn't bother me at all. I much rather prefer the guaranteed money aspect of it all. All right, and so for that, I would just come over here to the $21 strike, and we can see I would get paid anywhere between $112 to $114 per contract. And so that is obviously an amazing return. So if we go ahead and select the bid price, then I would just come down here, and now you can just match the amount of contracts to the amount of 100 share lots that you have. So I'll just come over here and I'll go to 10 because that's what we did previously. And we can see right here that I'll receive $1,130 right here, right now for putting on this trade. And all I've done is agree to sell my shares. And so if SOFI by this expiration date is above my strike price, then I'll be forced to sell my shares at $21. However, I keep the premium that I received. But then if SOFI is below $21, then I not only get to keep my premium, but I also get to keep the shares that I have, and I can do this strategy over and over and over and over again. And that is what you call a successful wheel strategy. And using this strategy, I have made several thousands of dollars every single month on SOFI alone. And so let me know in the comments below, are you trading SOFI and how have you done on it as of lately? And then also in the description below, go ahead and check out Mumu. Get your up to 60 free stocks. This offer will not last long, but you have to use the link below in the description. That is it for this video. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.